All right, hooking up the trailer. This ball needs to be directly under this. There's no sideways or pussyfooting around. You're not moving it. You have to load it perfectly. The ball size is 2 5/16. 2 5/16. It has to be that size. Whenever you're pulling the trailer, it needs to be flat. So if it's loaded heavy in the front and then it's squatting, you're gonna have to take the ball off and adjust the height. So that way while you're driving, this trailer is completely flat. That's when you're hauling a big load or it's empty. You need to adjust it so it drives flat at all times. This is the position the arm needs to be in when it's not in use. When you're cranking it up, take this off, pull it back, pop it in place, and then you're gonna start cranking and lowering it on the ball. Once it's on the ball, put this back, and you're gonna go down here to this. This is spring loaded, so you gotta be careful. You're gonna pull this, boom, now it's up. Whenever the trailer is not in use, this needs to be plugged in. This powers the hydraulic lift. The battery needs to be charged. Whenever the trailer is not in use, it needs to be getting juice. Once you got it on, lock this in place, and you must put a cotter pin right in here. No cotter pin, don't go anywhere. Go to the store and buy one. Don't lose it. Then you're gonna put your hooks on. Cross. Chains are always going to cross. Okay. This here is called a breakaway. If the trailer flies off, this is an emergency disconnect. So it'll disconnect it automatically. What that does, I believe, is it'll lock the brakes on the trailer. This trailer does have brakes. This is what's used, so if you got to get an adapter for this, get one. All right, that's it. Everything's hooked up. Now what you got to do is your checks, your safety checks. You got to remove the chucks. Always put chucks every single time you use the trailer. And then you're going to make sure everything's locked in place. Primarily this. The doors are locked. And that's it. You're ready to drive away. Now when you go to dump the trailer, this is very important. You're gonna open it up, and you see these hooks right here? This has to be hooked onto here to dump it. You're gonna do this on each side. If this isn't hooked up, and you go to dump it, and the door flies open, you're gonna smash the door, and you're gonna break it. There you go, there's one side. Then you're gonna do the same on the other side. Lock this door right into there. Don't lose the pin. It's the only pin you need to do. Now that both doors are locked in place, you're ready to dump. Make sure all these pins, if anyone messed with any of these trailer ramps or any of these feet here, make sure all this stuff is intact. These are legs to lower down in case you're gonna pull the ramps out and haul heavy equipment in here. You can use this to haul heavy equipment, but that's what all that stuff down there is for. But we're not gonna do that, we're just dumping. You're gonna make sure everything's on, the truck's on, so it's getting power, because it does power this, it trickle charges it. You're gonna open this up. And here is your up, your down, and then you have your gravity down, which you're gonna wanna use the gravity down instead of the power down when you're lowering it. Now this cord's very long for a reason, because you're not going to want to be up and close. There's stuff in the back, so I don't want to dump it fully, but you're just going to push up. And there it goes. You're going to let this sucker go up to the sky, basically. See how those doors are moving and those latches are holding them? All the way to the sky. Once everything starts sliding out and it starts getting all piled up back there, you get in the truck, you pull forward. After that, and you're done, you go down to the gravity button and let gravity do its thing. We don't want to use the juice. Boom. Gravity did that. That's it. Once you're done, put the doors back, put the pin in there, and you're ready to drive away. There's an extra set of wheel chucks in here. Just keep those in there. The other ones, shut this, and that's it. Once you park it and unhook everything, you got to pull down the leg like I showed you how it goes up, and then just disconnect it all. Keep the cotter pin here with it, keep everything here with it, face the electrical down so rain doesn't get on it, and then plug it back into power to keep this battery charged. Make sure you shut the doors and lock them. You gotta reach in here, pull that up. Make sure this pin goes right in there. Don't lose these pins. Boom, good to go. We'll do a walk around, make sure, do a check. Make sure if you're driving away, these chucks are not here. When you're going to the dump, this tarp has to be on, and you have to wear your hard hat and your high-vis vest when you're pulling up to the dump, and have a walkie-talkie on channel number 4. But this thing's very simple. It just comes off. You pull it over all the debris, all the stuff, and then it just locks into place over here. It's not hard, you'll figure it out. But it has to be covered or you can't pull up to the dump.